Welcome adventurers, into the heart of the dark mists of Barovia. Today, we shall delve into a world shrouded in darkness and intrigue, guided by the sinister presence of a legendary figure, Strahd Zarovich. Yes, we shall venture into the Dungeons & Dragons universe, exploring the history, mysteries, and power of this iconic lord of vampires. Prepare yourselves for a journey through cursed lands and haunted castles as we seek to unveil the secrets of one of the most iconic villains of all time. Light your torches and grip your swords, for darkness advances and there is no escape from its unsettling presence. This is our tale of Strahd Zarovich. Strahd von Zarovich is one of the most iconic and complex characters in the Dungeons & Dragons universe, particularly known for his role as the villain in the adventure module The Curse of Strahd, set in the gothic horror world of Ravenloft. The origins and story of Strahd von Zarovich are crucial to understanding the complexity of the character and his tragic fate. Noble origins. Strahd was born into a noble and warrior family, the von Zarovichs, with a long history of leadership and power in the region of Barovia. From a young age, Strahd demonstrated exceptional talent in the arts of war and strategy, earning prestige and respect among his followers. Conquest of Barovia. Throughout his life, Strahd decided to expand his dominion and consolidate the power of his family. With a combination of military prowess and political cunning, Strahd defeated his rivals and became the undisputed ruler of Barovia. However, this victory would only be the beginning of his tragic destiny. The Forbidden Desire. During his rise to power, Strahd fell deeply in love with a woman named Tatiana, who enchanted his heart with her beauty and grace. However, Tatiana did not reciprocate his feelings, as she was already bound to another man. This impossible love was the catalyst for Strahd's downfall. The Curse of Ravenloft. Consumed by jealousy and despair over Tatiana's rejection, Strahd turned to dark arts to obtain the power he believed he needed to win her love. This led him to become a vampire and trigger the curse that would forever mark his and Barovia's destiny. The curse condemns him to wander eternally in his homeland, haunted by the memory of his lost love and the thirst for blood that accompanies his undead existence. The Endless Cycle. Strahd's story is trapped in an endless cycle of desire and tragedy. Each time Tatiana is reincarnated, Strahd relives his torment, desperately seeking to win her love and break the curse that holds him captive. However, each attempt inevitably ends with Tatiana's death and the perpetuation of his condemnation. In summary, the origins and story of Strahd von Zarovich are a tale of ambition, forbidden love, and ruin, intertwined with dark and supernatural elements that define his tormented existence in the world of Ravenloft. His is a never-ending tragedy, whose impact reverberates through the centuries, shaping the destiny of those who dare to defy his dark lordship. The Curse of Strahd von Zarovich is a central element of his story and characterization, representing the source of his eternal torment and his condition as a vampire. Here's how the curse manifests and influences his life. Dark origins. The curse has its roots in Strahd's forbidden desire for Tatiana and his pursuit of power through dark arts. The moment Strahd drinks the blood of a vampire, believing it will give him the power to conquer Tatiana, marks the beginning of his eternal condemnation. Prisoner of Barovia. The curse condemns Strahd to remain trapped in his domain of Barovia, a place shrouded in dark mists and separated from the rest of the multiverse. This dimensional prison prevents him from leaving his realm and forces him to wander its cursed lands for eternity. Broken Desire. The curse perpetuates Strahd's torment by binding him to the endless cycle of Tatiana's reincarnation. Each time his beloved is reborn, Strahd is doomed to repeat his futile attempt to win her love. This cycle of desire and loss condemns him to a life of torment and despair. Thirst for blood. As a vampire, Strahd is compelled to feed on the blood of the living to survive. This thirst for blood is a physical manifestation of his curse and represents his connection to evil and death. Although he may control this thirst, his need to feed on blood is a constant reminder of his undead state and cursed condition. Inner Darkness. The curse not only has physical effects on Strahd but also deeply impacts his psyche. His soul is corrupted by the curse, fueling his lust for power, his obsessive love for Tatiana, and his cruelty towards those who dare to challenge him. This inner darkness makes him an even more formidable and complex antagonist. Ultimately, The curse of Strahd von Zarovich is an eternal condemnation that holds him prisoner in his realm of Barovia, fueling his inner torment and thirst for blood. It is a fundamental element of his characterization and his role as an iconic villain of Dungeons & Dragons, defining his tragic existence in the world of Ravenloft. Strahd von Zarovich's vampirism is one of his distinctive and fundamental characteristics, granting him a range of supernatural powers that make him a formidable adversary and an icon of gothic horror. E.L.F. an analysis of his vampiric powers. Superhuman strength. As a vampire, Strahd possesses superhuman physical strength, allowing him to easily overpower opponents in combat. His strength enables him to perform feats that would be beyond the capabilities of a normal human, enabling him to crush the defenses of his enemies relatively easily. Regeneration. Strahd has the ability to regenerate wounds at a surprising rate, making him practically immune to non-lethal damage. This ability allows him to recover from most injuries inflicted upon him during combat, making him extremely difficult to bring down. Bat transformation. Strahd can transform into a bat or a swarm of bats, allowing him to move swiftly through the darkness and elude his enemies. This transformation ability gives him a significant tactical advantage during his nighttime raids. Control of mists. As the Lord of Barovia, Strahd has the power to control the mists that shroud his land, manipulating them to hide himself or confuse his enemies. This control allows him to create an atmosphere of terror and uncertainty that contributes to his dominion over the minds of his subjects. Hypnotism. Strahd possesses the power to hypnotize his victims, influencing their minds and manipulating their thoughts and actions. This ability allows him to control his enemies and manipulate situations to his advantage, enhancing his already impressive strategic capability. Control over nocturnal animals. As a vampire, Strahd has the power to communicate with nocturnal animals and summon them to his service. This ability allows him to use creatures like wolves, bats, and spiders to patrol his lands and attack his enemies. In summary, Strahd von Zarovich's vampirism is characterized by a wide range of supernatural powers that make him a formidable adversary and a figure of terror in the lands of Barovia. His combination of physical strength, magical abilities, and cunning makes him an indelible icon in the pantheon of Dungeons & Dragons villains. The quest for lost love is one of the central themes in the life of Strahd von Zarovich and plays a significant role in his character and actions. This theme adds a level of complexity to his character, transforming him from a mere antagonist to a tragically human figure, albeit corrupted by his vampiric nature. As how the search for lost love impacts Strahd. Bond with Tatiana. At the core of Strahd's quest is his love for Tatiana, a woman he fell deeply in love with many centuries ago. Tatiana represents to him the embodiment of true love and happiness that he desperately longs to reclaim. Heartbreak. Despite his feelings for Tatiana, Strahd is faced with the woman's rejection. As she prefers another man, this rejection deeply scars Strahd, pushing him to the brink of despair and fueling his obsessive desire to win Tatiana's heart at any cost. The eternal curse. Strahd's quest for lost love is further complicated by his condition as a vampire and the curse that torments him. Each reincarnation of Tatiana compels him to attempt to win her love, only to be doomed to fail and see the woman die again. Possessiveness and inner darkness. Strahd's quest for lost love is overshadowed by his possessiveness and corrupted nature. His obsessive desire to possess Tatiana leads him to commit terrible actions and manipulate the lives of Barovia's inhabitants to satisfy his desires. Eternal solitude. Despite his efforts, Strahd is destined to remain forever alone and tormented by his thirst for love and happiness. His quest for lost love is doomed to repeat infinitely, never finding a definitive resolution. In conclusion, the search for lost love represents an essential element in the characterization of Strahd von Zarovich, adding depth and tragedy to his figure. His struggle to find happiness and true love, despite his evil actions and vampiric nature, makes him a complex and memorable character in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. The Castle of Ravenloft is one of the most iconic and sinister features of the Dungeons & Dragons universe, serving as the main residence for Strahd von Zarovich. This majestic and gothic fortress is not just a dwelling but a symbol of Strahd's power and corruption, reflecting his personality and his condition as a vampire. Why Ravenloft Castle is so significant in Strahd's story. Grandeur and darkness. Ravenloft Castle is an imposing and ominous structure, situated on a cliff overlooking the town of Barovia. Its Gothic architecture, with towering spires, massive walls, and steeply pitched roofs, evokes a sense of grandeur and terror simultaneously. Its dark and labyrinthine halls are full of secrets and deadly traps, representing the wickedness and deceit of Strahd. Symbol of power, Ravenloft Castle is the center of Strahd's power and his realm of Barovia. E.L.F, the vampire rules with an iron fist, overseeing his domain from his throne of blood and plotting his moves to maintain control over his land and its population. His presence in the castle is a constant threat to the inhabitants of Barovia and to adventurers who dare to challenge him. Deadly traps. Ravenloft Castle is a labyrinth of deadly traps and snares, designed to ensnare and kill those who dare to challenge Strahd. Its halls are filled with monsters, magical traps, and undead creatures, patiently waiting to attack anyone who dares to enter their territory. Reflection of Strahd's soul. Ravenloft Castle reflects Strahd's corrupted and tormented soul, with its dark corridors and cursed rooms representing his despair and eternal loneliness. Its walls are permeated with dark magic and sadness, embodying his inner struggle between the desire for love and his need for power. Final challenge. For adventurers venturing into the land of Barovia, Ravenloft Castle represents the final challenge and culmination of their adventure. E.L.F, they must face Strahd and his dark forces, navigating through his traps and confronting his creatures in the hope of ending his tyranny and his curse. In conclusion, Ravenloft Castle is much more than just a dwelling for Strahd von Zarovich. It is a symbol of his power, his corruption, and his eternal loneliness. His presence in the castle binds him inexorably to his land and his curse, making him an indelible icon in the pantheon of Dungeons & Dragons villains. The role of Strahd von Zarovich in Dungeons & Dragons goes far beyond that of a simple antagonist. He is a complex and multifaceted character who can serve as the focal point for entire gaming campaigns, offering players challenges, intrigue, and memorable moments. Here's how Strahd contributes to the game. Iconic villain. Strahd is one of the most iconic villains in Dungeons & Dragons, known for his wickedness, intelligence, and unsettling presence. His role as the main antagonist in the Curse of Strahd makes him the center of attention in the campaign, offering players a foe to fear and confront. Motivation for adventurers. Strahd's quest for lost love and his dominion over Barovia provide players with a variety of motivations to undertake adventures in his cursed land. Adventurers may be driven by curiosity, vengeance, or the desire to free the people of Barovia from his tyrannical rule. Intrigue and manipulation. Strahd is known for his cunning and ability to manipulate events to his advantage. During the campaign, players may find themselves embroiled in political intrigues, betrayals, and dark alliances as they seek to decipher Strahd's plans and oppose him. Formidable foe. Strahd is a formidable adversary, endowed with a wide range of supernatural powers and a cunning mind. Facing him requires strategy, preparation, and courage from players, offering epic combat challenges and moments of narrative tension. Depth and complexity. Despite his evil nature, Strahd is a complex character with nuances and motivations that can be explored during the campaign. His quest for lost love and his condition as a vampire make him a tragic figure, adding depth to his characterization and providing opportunities for complex interactions with players. Revelations and resolutions. Strahd's story can lead to shocking revelations and turning points in the campaign. Discovering the secrets of his past, defeating him in a final showdown, or attempting to redeem him can be ambitious goals for adventurers, offering epic and satisfying conclusions to the story. In conclusion, Strahd von Zarovich's role in Dungeons & Dragons goes beyond that of a simple foe to be defeated. He is a complex and multifaceted character who offers challenges, intrigue, and moments of deep storytelling for players, making adventures in his land of Barovia unforgettable and engaging. In a world shrouded in the mists of darkness, Strahd von Zarovich reigns supreme, but his thirst for power and his lost love have led him down a path of despair and tragedy. Exploring his origins, his curse, and his abode in the castle of Ravenloft, we have shed light on one of the most iconic villains of Dungeons & Dragons. May the courage of adventurers illuminate the darkness of Barovia and put an end to Strahd's curse once and for all.